Hi guys, Sanj Developer here. So today I would like to talk about how to pick up your allies, whether your allies are people who you will work with or people who you have some common cause with and you would like to work together on some project. And this pretty much applies to everything, not only tech, but applies like to anything, almost anything. And here's the reality. Here's the truth. And I'm talking like, let's say, about your average Joe, the average person who is going a 9 to 5 job and doing the same thing like everyone else does. Not saying it's a bad thing to be an average Joe, but you get my point. Um, like a lot of people actually really want to go this extra mile. Lots of people want to get out of the comfort zone. They want to achieve something. They want to do something. But the problem is, um, like there are a lot of people with like a very, very depressed, deep defeatist mentality that they say, "Oh, there's nothing I can do. I give up. I'm just going to stay in my bubble and that's it." And the interesting part is I often meet like sometimes you meet this kind of person who initially says yes, they are like super excited, they are super motivated, but then once you start the conversation and then like they suddenly like fall out of a cliff and they completely lose interest and don't they don't have like the enthusiasm that is required. And that's the problem with motivation, because like one of the things a lot of experts warn about motivation is not enough. Motivation maybe is something that helps you like at certain points and then it goes away. Motivation is like a spike, like it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's very difficult for someone to be persistent and be serious only through motivation. It's not enough. So really, like the the moment I start talking to someone and I start feeling the kind of the doubt in their language, or begin to feel like which you know credit to like one person I know. Basically, it's like the person who would love to do something, but they are not convinced, and they do not want to be convinced. Now, that's a big difference. So, the idea of convincing someone to work with you on a project, in my opinion, is nonsense. Really, if that person really wants to work with you and is genuinely interested, they are not going to be expecting you to convince them, because like the idea of convincing someone of something while you are the person who basically, let's say, you posted your idea somewhere, maybe on on a freelancing site, or maybe a white investor or white angel or whatever, and someone coming to you and telling you convince me, and I'm like, but what about everything that I wrote right from the beginning? Why do you want me to convince you? And here comes basically the idea is that the person is so depressed, is so low in their motivation, that they do not want to be convinced. So whenever you meet this situation, do not waste your time. You could politely just ask this question, which is basically, um, like, do you really want to do this? And sometimes they will actually tell you the truth and say, no, I don't think so. I'm just doubt and all of this stuff. So, and unfortunately, this is why a lot of people end up working solo, doing everything on their own. Because, as a matter of fact, the reality is, um, like, only you, the person with the vision, with the idea, with the faith, only you care about you. And that's the unfortunate reality. And it's very hard to find someone who's like, because almost everyone I spoke to and who kind of liked my ideas, um, turned out like they are not maybe brave enough or not persistent and strong enough to actually become an ally, like to become an active, serious ally. And that's the thing, like, it doesn't matter how much you talk to them. And this is why I kind of learned a lesson where, um, like, when someone comes to you and says, I actually like your idea and maybe we could collaborate together, say, great. So do one, two, three. That's it. No talk, no discussion, straight to action. I know this sounds a little bit kind of weird to like say go to action, no discussion, but bear with me, I'll explain to you why. So, if the person who said that they are interested in collaborating with you, the question is why did they say that they are interested in collaborating with you? It means that they simply saw your idea and they liked it. So that means, like, basically, like, trying to convince them of an idea that they are already, supposedly, they are already, like, convinced about, it doesn't make much sense. So it means that they already agree on your idea. And let's say if you already, I mean, as a precondition that you know, like, what needs to be done, like, what needs to be done is clear, then there is no point of talking. Show me action. No talk. Show me action. And that's the thing. Picking and finding serious allies is very tough. It's very difficult. Um, and that's one of the challenges I found when, like, trying to recruit and find people who could be real allies, people who could really um, work together to achieve something. Another scenario which unfortunately a lot of people, like, I think a lot of people struggle with, is agreeing on something, right? So agreeing on something is also another problem because whenever, like you have sometimes people coming together but for the wrong reason, and let me explain. So sometimes it's like you both share some value or a vision, like you both have some visions, but they are misaligned, they are not aligned together. And then one of the reasons why you don't come to agree with each other is because one of you wants to be, let's say, the idea founder. You want to be the owner of this idea. And the second person find it hard to simply agree and follow your idea. And this is where sometimes when you want to collaborate and work on something, if you have enough similarities and you are aligned sufficiently, there is no need to basically keep arguing. Anyway, this is just my experience. If you like this video, please follow, subscribe, and check out my website for some useful apps on Android or Play Store, or donate if you'd like to support my effort and channel. Thank you and see you in the next video.